So we are live on TV XYZ and of course on Power 97.9. Chairman Ahin Anyaso Utium Constituency Chairman of the National Democratic Congress. And I don't pay me watching. Chamaya Mamitu Kawate. Joyce Pebby, Joella Pebby, David Pebby, and Nano Pay. Musemuchame, Muafa. Lovely morning to you guys. Love you to the max. Virgin Sun, what's not say from Lawson Herbal, and then obey them one by one. Sebeye, Yebenya Pumuding, not Chinatamale, Ibejina Naso. Brami Mwati, open Cassia Majoso. Now Pum today. A radiadum send if you are done young coupon, then I watch you know, a Kadabakwan, you win or say the Asadam Suman coupon. Amen. You share at it. Papa, Nipaya Mudia. Debbie. Ay, Virgin Sun. Obey you guys here. Virgin Sun. I don't pay me boys get to pay. Virgin Sun. He said me use Kalu TV news all more time one day. But me Timmy Kofi, me do feed up to the way. Me as when I'm a car, you will say Johnny. But if you don't go to open you, hey, easy. I know if you are that, and I'm saying a boja, Master Kwame, baby will be a mention and no pay. Now, also, why are there so bonnet you don't know pay? Now, young fast that, and then I see my tea for ne Yahoo. Because me bad TV, Power XYZ, so now me bad TV XYZ, so I am a home. Sir, and name me Pia Bontina, me could jam my soa. In Rado do ne to so a loss in her bar product. Good. DNT and Ama. Ni padodo na anya reshimu ni gidie no kra meka ene no kra Power FM ni TV XYZ presenters dey adwumanti no bibi hade da na akwem kwada wanim die di kai meshe obi bia ohema no pay se eyamosom for Virgin Sun me na no pay matenase a me ne wudi nkomo e de afa endupa maako miensa Dr. Lawson Chairman aka the Virgin Doctor e de abadwaman so a ye de elsom Ghana man ne ye de akutia yarewa Meshe se Lawson Herbal Center opi achira kwanya ye wokumase ebua kwa Kena yese opi achira kwanya ye wokumase ebua kwa Kena sounds na maamo Accra opese oba ye nchen ana wonso hwe ye achira kwanya maamo pharmacist ne herbal shop a mompe ye nupa ni bi e de akwa akogu mo shop na monso no amanfo aba abetobi afri mo hono ya telephone number side di dwuma na 0242 133577 0242 133577 0248619999 inti Accra hano yawo abeka total yesi Accra ha yawo abeka total Tesano Commercial Plaza building na asye hope maminu ni enkomo emfa nupa maako miensa meka ho asem ede ache wo no die di kan no yawo Lawson Herbal Mixture ena yawo Loke Herbal Mixture Samson yawo Lawson Delay Man Capsules enoro miensa nyina ewo pharmacies Herbal Shop ede ba bia bekobi a Ghana ha obenya biato na mema remfi se Lawson Herbal Mixture na Dr. Lawson di kan de ba adwaman so a ene Ghana fo anoma nya yaresa na nya gidie wom se we ni aduru ya bibiduru a wonum na ekoni paduam na se wode akoye honam ne yare a wonum ya ne intempes na yare na fini paduam mo enti anopa mi ne wudi nkomo ede afa yare bi a yato ne den stroke yare stroke yare a eye entinimu yare na stroke amfada kopa enchi nipa se stroke bechi wa wotimi di emfie nsia emfie enum ekopem ebi abosomi ensia so no na stroke no woni paduam a odi unya no wodefa defo gakangaka na eno na me maame me papa me nua ba me nana a wo hwe ma no pe na wo tie no wa ampe ano aduro na wo ansia no kwan a enya do to kete so a wadwuma bi a wo ye bia no na asai enti stroke no ewo nsunsanso bebre anasa ne symptoms a ededi ewo nipadie mu na no pan no esanse loss herbal mixture eye aduro wo dwaman so a yedi kutia enamu nsa yedi kutia entinimu yare enti no anopan no de meka mo ate ase ne se me de stroke yare no ensunsanso a eda ne do nipadie ne ma ema ho so anya stroke no meka bi ade a kyerɛw de odi kan no obi wo no ma woda sɔre a wonsa eya na ye utility na sensene edurumba bi a wo ho no ma ubansa wo so ade ma na wonsa na epopo edurumba bi a obi wo no ma stroke nti o kasa asabi no ano ekeka boso stroke yare obi de wo ni ti saria pia na ma wuti ema pai mienu na efa atɔ wote sefa edwa wo sei ga stroke yare nti obi wo no ma otras kakra bi ananase na atatai edurumba bi an kotodwe na enhono ne dai ontimi emfa nante agisi ma na crutches sabi ne nyina symptoms anase sign of stroke a nipadua no eya na ededi ema hu se dabi saa de we de e wo se mahu wo se hu se eyintinimu yare no e na e hya ase ana stroke ni bi ene da ne de woni padua no ye ma ya adwen ne enkoso ene duruma bi a na enam so na ma ye to ase ntini na etwetwen eduruma bi a eya na obi wo no ma ose ananse na ache menan mesraw de aye wo no nyina no se stroke bechiwa entinu anya adwuma yie ana entinu mu sisi ana se emoja ne antimi ani afuru sane a eno ena kofa so ede sensunsanso bone eba enti de stroke no ne de antena so emfie ba ko kopi mfie mienu no so onom lo se ya ba mehya no etoa edu no asore enante du okuta poma wantimi nante yie no wonom lo se ya ba mehya etoa enum no atopoma ato atwene ne nyina eye eduro no wadanse ene de ekoni padua ni ma ekoye enti mesre onipa ana me nuaba me nana me papa maka ne ya akire de do boawa wodi betu yare na so no eye Lawson herbal mixture wana motena sia na musisi emututumo musisi aya na emu hyehyemo mesrawo ekro ena wosisi ne mo e bia me kase no usisi mpo wuntimi nkoto ena wafaade edura ekutia sisi yare na bra sisi yare ase no eye Lawson herbal mixture enu ntina ya to no di se mas empomodia akoya honam yawa mochiri kase eya na mapone maposo yam ya awututuo woda sori ya wochiri kase utise mu yawo yase ya pelose herbal mixture ne echina kwan weni abibidura yakeka nkohiri enia hama enia bena different mako 36 ene ede aye enu ntina me virgin sane me papa Dr. Lawson si abaka safidia yiso a yade no kura ene de kasa ne yade sompa ede mamo se yaka bibiduru a enya bibiduru ne se yenka nua mienu di abom ne yade ye adru dabi e wasa wodi nua no bebre ka bom enti na Lawson herbal mixture yato ne din se ade bia eye no ma bebre ne ka bom no enkunti awe baako enti sane yawe ne tie bia no wonom Lawson herbal mixture na asie betu ade amawo mesra wa brand nti fa me number na ye ni nkoma de aka ne wo mfikyire ho number ye 0242 133 577 0248 619999 0248 619999 Lawson herbal mixture no ko pharmacy ne herbal shop di baby abeko bia no ubenya bia to di ataso mienu eye Lawson herbal mixture Lawson herbal mixture eye duru a yedi kutia enamu nsayare sana mu nsayare ewo ba so ewo bema so na meka ni infection se ka infection a mesraw ema no na ya na titiro eya na edi munya mesraw ye oba kaika wotirim odia akoye ode poa eya na ahimfio enkabone eba ahimfio ta akekawo wode ba ma ne hia eya na sabi eduruma bi a wo sensuo fitaa bi na etene ewo ho enam so wo kwa ba ma ne nchen a na wo suru na wo fari ode poa na ama sabi emema ne ba na wo mokọ amuntimi ntena wo nchen enche nanso kaika wotirman ode poantu ta to nku ne samana ade wuru ahimfie ho memo ate ase se enku ne samana na otoru ahimfie ho no enya na aduro ne ode poa no wa hwe ya enku ne samana na sade susanse bone ebebrew na mom hya ne so se wo po ode opia duro a ewo dwaman so a eye ba akope eno ne Lawson herbal mixture enti Lawson ene be ya Ghana fo ma anom enya ne die ewo maware mu anom anya anigye awo ma himfi a ene wo ba bi obanam lo ka ya ma me hyebia no enka bone ma himfi obiem ahimfi wo dry ehwo ya wensin na be ma ne ba wa beka de wu musa no no ya ma enti wo ba wo pese o ya virgin a faloka he ba me hyene wo duro wudi ya bia wudi ode puo ne bi na so pese da bia ahimfi wo ya wensin na ho dry a bosumi bia no ode no baako anana watwe bia no loka he ba me hyene baako ubonsa da bia no wa himfi no ehwo be hwam enka bone bia ma obe close na wa ye virgin girl de say selection a ye de ache mpaboa ana ye de ache mpaboa be 1 year entimi wida no wonum loka be heba me hyane wi a de akumi kura ma me virgin san me ho kani a me ne te wonum bi ne kire se ema woni padua no ba bi afon no eya akese na ma ni padua no aya shro han aya from na mo luku sexy wo ba no eno ne adwuma loka heba me hya eye enti wo be ma won so wo de na kwaya baba so kraman kateva wojo son tentam ena wo bema ne ensuo fita bi ta pie firi mo wonso eduru ma bi a wojo so a na wo bema ne emuje wo pe eya na wo bema ne ehihyew faloka ya ba me hyane ye woduro we ena ko oba ne bema bom we ena de ene gie abo bema ene wo ba entem we na de ene gie ba worefo entem entimeslawe se na pe wateme nkade ya wo ba no ma kyerɛkyerɛ woduro no de abaya ma wo tuamika ko pharmacy ho ko herba shop na ko pedro no ekira kwan na wo so timi ya virgin girl na bema ne baba so no enko emfamfru ni padua nem na wo bema ne entimi nyina number ya 0248 6199 0248 6199 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 dia me di twato e mama dura Dr. Lawson dia bedwa man so a ene edi mranti asem ma omo na siesie emema mo mema sem because bema dia ka bema nya dia obota ya woteka mu enya bema ne se da bia waye sika na anajo ana ahomache okotetententan yesa wo saba ya adwuma wo se wo kobom mpaye enya wo nko na ni mpaye bo na mom ka hu se si eka bema obane do odu afiri wo ne se wode ne ba hyiam na ne age enti bema bia wo mpese obedo benada awo bre we mu no mesra ofadile ne ye woduro we ne mama duro a enso to wokurodua mu ha enkokorafo tonom emrantia etonom a efri 18 years ekobia no obi atimi numbi edi entia eduro no ayadupa enya adwuma instant enti baba wonum a eto ne bu asiesiu esan se yakofa 20 ni yakofa dinsukro yakofa akomawure yakofa dambanam ni odu ododua ne asaso hwam aka hunti no ene krama akoti ni nti no saunum delay man capsules a sa obema ne ene afon a ebe ya akese sa untini no ene pa bema entim no ba kire ama veins na timi ya adwuma yi erutina me se me virgin sande sam me bema ba wudie anka maso amediti asem anka ensi sa me kan say ya onti ase but me ana menim secret a ewo delay man capsules numa me mpese me bema ba wuna mom sam asosi a enya hwe tie ne yo me se wo ya bema fadile ne ya wodro nu mienu no pa mienu anwumra ya nom to ho sa wonom to ho no ma ahomache fire adwuma sa wode ya adwuma na ayaroro akones enu ni secret a ewom uroro akones a oba ne hu badwiri no ne hu besane no sa na wo wi a sa wo anya akwanhoma omusaw wo ba fira adwuma aba no na wasabu ewo table so ni nyina aye Lawson delay man capsules mesra me brana aye be di mensam ni nyina bawe ye enuore ya makom yansa maka bia ho asam de akyerew na mom abia wo refi a me number na me se frɛ me na yanim komo ko pharmacy ko herba shop number na 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0248 6199 0248 6199 nyame adoma brada ani fiade bia no wo fidie mu a makraw bye bye
It's virgin son of Lawson Herbal. Yeah.
Come on. The victory of Muhammad. The
pompo nkunim di no beba. Coming again. Gang. Power 97.9. And of course, TVXYZ. Hey, a Dwaboase in Jumedino. Of course, with me. This is Akora. This is Kofi. This is Darko. Lovely. Good morning to you, Araba Yvette Darko. Avi, you know Dada. Lovely. And me guess the better not say. Or mang no better not say. Ne ya twetwe nkomo eti ma menyina so nkoje mabafo nkratu on television me ba sia me dey adwumadi na to asama stay tuned. I'll be right back on TV.
Na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na misisi so misisi na kame na to na twetwe me nya 3 garlic mixer.
Ade I am ya 17 sorry. Yeah. E na kwa Maruno behwe me a. O se akra wa ya so be obo jajai. Akunga ni munti. Vida. JMD Okayo. Eti bomode nako Agbozo Herbal Clinic. Premature ejaculation. 1 minute ade nenye. Odi go biza eyi. Asima se beka kire wo low sperm count Agbozo Herbal Clinic na obeko STDs Agbozo Herbal Clinic ene mia no muntie mi ye eyi simple eyi free consultation and then your last Friday me say and then they say ujebi oh besa akrami mo kakra you know what to do easy you get it in Miami ma if you want munya kama lovely and uzaro and sika no e be flow I tell you Agbozo Herbal Clinic obebu I was akwangne so sexual weakness nya dipa na he yes ubekwa kopiem kwashiman chief palace honum hona Agbozo Herbal Clinic owo branch ni bi nso ewotema community 25 Savannah Junction wong ene Def Traco Estate no na di animhwe for 0241 750 282 and 045 740 2669 Agbozo Herbal Clinic. Oh my goodness. All right, enche. Omangno enya tenase anisa. Mpanyifu beno. Ora Isaka Abubakar. Ayawaso Central Zongo Caucus Coordinator. And of course, Conqueror, also from Ayawaso Central Communication Team of the National Democratic Congress. Nipa Benui, and I mean Wong Eribaba Chuchin Komo. It's all about Tamale. Then Washenim and the Fay Nang Bang na Erititi Wong, especially with Zongo Front Honum. Bangya Bay Onyema Wonye. Yabashani di Hunkomo. And the Fay Ayawaso Central, so men who say Wanga Kwang in your crowd. Nine say na, men who say. One of the assemblyman, Wahonum, Ora Eya Muhammad, Ebony Homoding, Nankasani Kotukumsika, Dukuchakani Suka Kradima, but the central government and then the municipal assembly, a Dengna warrior. These are some of the issues, sir, and I pay Rebecca was. Tim no still, I want more tamale. Then you're like, crossover. By the meantime, good morning, South. Follow you on Facebook, Power 979, NTV XYZ Ghana.
Power FM.
Obani Isaka Abubakar mi pacho me mo wache.
Akora mejo so.
Bibia bokode.
Yemi adum akora bibia boko.
Ba so kase gu microphone enu nti na wa ha.
Akora be bibia boko.
Okay.
Na mamu na aja enko ye. But ye boya me mpai wo me se kakra.
Very well.
Yemi adum be duo no.
We da say. Konkra. Bra na bibia boko.
Nyankopon adum. Nyam bo hwe so.
Nyame ahwe mo so. Constituency boko de.
Oh, nyame adum constituency de eboko na
Power the fan
chese
amamu no
mabra bona ihye kakra.
All right, mama ka tie phone here for say akwanya no bebem ene de ye be activate phone lines in time say ne be ya mo nso mo be kire mo adwene niam mo hwe nim say NDC nyankropon adum o chena wo be launch wo mo campaign no den na mo hwe nim say wo betimi aka e de amamunti akwanya ni be mu a mobile friend 02089841166 02089841166 but Saturday maminko na empanyifu beno amenya wo studio ha yi no me ne won emfiase
Power the fan.
mami fiase fefi ora Isaka Abubakar ho una Zongo Caucus Coordinator ewa Ayawaso Central so far no Zongo sakuro a ewo ho no muni wom intem kita hudi ne etiden insembe na mo ka kire wom ewo campaigner mo fiase amori ye ne mu
Akora am say nkomonde bebre na yedi o el grounds no na am say nkomo a yedi kan yedi e kire ye Zongo community no say bebre na say encourage am say MPP abano di Zongo ministry ebe dada ye na omo hwe na emwo mo no say omo yi Zongo ministry na fru no it means MPP enwene Zongo fo no omo nwene ye nkan ko say be sro mo so omo hwe John Dramani Mahamanim na omuntu abano enfama no come December 7th na nyame yadoma Zongo edadwo mama akoma so a obe ne bobe bredi amaye ya ye current Hajj villager ya boy si wonu si ana John Dramani mama ena ye de maye ena nimre so na Hajj ena 110 million and then yeah, we see about the Hajinam, and 75 million, and easy.
Wow.
750 million.
750 million.
And easy.
Hey.
Joma job, your Joma Jaya 110.
And when would I do?
And I'm there do 750 million.
Hey.
MC MBP Amano, and you Zungo for no, and Muslims interact with
na Zongo ministry no mo di buy no. I thought that almost say rebuild these Zongos communities to the extent say I remember say ura tachia e catch that time no our works and housing minister say uko baby ti said nima o mampani ankasa on they are coming to rebuild that place sene be ebe say Trasako ono wanganye
akra am say last time ba me kase me chew say senka bi I dey akire kwa na at we do no run about kwa na one of the samples and go so get omutimi ye e dey kire ye say omo bibi papa bi ni manima bibi ni wono mai kwaso ni ma odu ni man run about this year na me ametia here me ye architect kwa no ujani man run about mame for a few days meet my one ma edu one ma we ya e be tourist center am of with me I dey abe wono but still a bibi anko so hono me
bibi anko so
hono me and I current vice president is your president Dr. Baumud Baumia e promise ye say we my senior school so Zongo communities from scratch Bakokura or promise 16
JD
yes
see Bakokura no but some no one wasi kura ma won awie ma wasi akobie baby wo Medina ho say ye be train kaya yefu because omo ye say be Muslims
akra so bi si me project na me wie na ka say be boa me na ye mbe project na nya wodi yawo
samu
so bi ye na project we ka say be boa me na ye mbi na nya wodi ya onran kasa kire ye ba bi okotwa aso say wasi bi wo complete ye si ya no e wo function won kire ba akokora bi ni wo no I was looking at Central Mosque. Yes, we am going to on Bamaches on Babes one, on Baby Buno from a quail, as this one, the Abbey one.
We see
it's 1 year for you found here. Yet National House of Chiefs. I got a upper massage, we see nursing school. Dr. Bamuya, we asked our call with some family, no, your mom. Up to now, but you want J documents in Jesse and 1 minute. O jakra mo mo anka ba na nkran komo
nya won afiase na okoje ese obewie no
onye hwie fa ho ye esi bibi esi na etindi ade pa na ojima zongo ana se Muslim interact
so for the past 8 years no won sheda nya bibia fa ma zongo
only achievement bia o de be che zongo fo no ye twen no say na organize campaign no ye twen no so ba zongo communities no eden ya ahemfo no so atwen ga ma ready mo twen no bisa no questions no ya no
Mirase, mamiko unia konkra na aya wo so central mamiko no streets. Adiba ko ebua ma businesses thrive the fact say bia ye benya akwanga ye roads akrowa papa. And I know say mu current MP esang ye interior minister. Before NPP primaries no, okay say why ya akwanga akrowa constituency no. Is it true?
Kraba mfa akwenya so da menchia obibiara Ghana.
Okay.
Menchia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and in the able running mate Professor Nana Opuku Ajimai. Afeso ncha fe enkoma the golden boy of our central.
Okay.
Honorable Abdul Raul Tubazu.
Okay, Mati. Answer number 2 asimpam James obi phone that vibration. But so.
All right. Internet and American in check the incoming MP. The golden boy. Honorable Abdul Rauf Tubazu.
Okay.
Nyame Aduma. December 7th, you be 2 honorable record if you are so.
Okay.
Our central. See a kase a kwan bi ye wo ha ham kakra. Chere say ye nkran. Akra ne wo no. Ena senior yesu organ na yin na ye believe say abroad Europe hoye nti nyina ye prayer call sa lo bi we krase a ogidie bi say ubankran a no ma ye because of course the nyinya na kra it is better ukọ be krase e akachi baby a ekwan ne bi nye e krase ukọ north baby ukukumasi baby enye e krase but Accra no bi we see who Accra
especially Ayawa Central.
Now Central and Accra nkwa na you. Our Central at the heart of Accra.
Okay.
Because it connects a lot of cities and towns. A busy place. look, about more than 50% of the Ekwan Ohio Central, and I can tell you on authority, and I say, yesterday, Utusia, Utu and what Serebia at the Crown Ewo. Say, Uba Alajo North. Ufa Dr. Crantis, Dr. Pukuchu to number down. Ekwan Enye.
Okay. Maybe Concra Alberto Aswamami. Mami cross over briefly. Namin Kotamale, Emra. Namin Koshe near Eric Oso Hono, Minia Kwaminka, any team no Asa Crado Ewo. Until Kwame Moya Crado Mipacho, and Court Tamalika Cranian Koti in Sema Ecoso Ewo Honum.
To think of our nation. And pretty shortly, I'll be introducing my guests in the studios of Casmi 107.1. In the studios of Power 97.1, my colleague Akora Kofi Darko will be handing over pretty shortly. And then we can move on with the program. This is a special edition of Dwaboase and also Casmi in the morning. Honorable Inusa Fuseni looking younger and younger. The man he's refusing to grow old. Honorable Al Hassan Suhini will also be here. He will join us. It's a clash of the titans. Thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Kesmi 107.1. We're back and we are live on Power 97.9. We're also live on TVXYZ. And then the camera for Kakania Ketri Kakra. Because baby, I have no Chino and your dominant language was the dominant language here is Dagbani. Mr. Dagbani, you maintain. Honorable Yunusa Fuseni will teach me Dagbani today. Honorable Al Hassan Suhini will teach me Dagbani today. But here's something that has happened over the last couple of minutes or hours. We've been off air because Yaba a year Tamale has said no. Or they against that Tamale, the Doomson, or won't be that they are not part of the Doomson. And before we could say, Jack, as we're discussing all that is wrong with our country, which is not new to a number of people working at the ECG, because most of them are going through it. A number of people at the Jubilee House, all these things that we're discussing are not new to them because these are things that they go through on regular basis. And as we're praying their own prayers, the lights which have not gone off in a very long time within this part of Tamale decided to go off. The managers of this station were shocked. They were shocked. They said, we've not experienced doomsday in a long while. So what happened? So now they've broken tooth and nail and they've ensured that, look, we'll return on the air. And that's the reason you're seeing us or you're watching us wherever you are. So the generators are on. We are running on generators. But when you say generators, so you get a fan and a money here. And you know the cost of fuel today. A liter of fuel today was a gallon of fuel during Muhammad's time. During Muhammad's time, a liter of fuel, which was costing somewhere around 15 cedis, 14 cedis a liter, which was, no, a gallon was around 14 cedis, right?
A gallon.
Yes. A gallon was around 14. And today, then a liter was around 4.5. And today, the liter, which was 4.5,
NFA TV XYZ so Dwaboase ne dwumade no sami ka kire mu ye beko ne yaba enti mame komini akonkra no wa no go asem so ntimpa chocho
yes na America no se nkrase na esi hu se kwan ne nye ba na central uba doctor Opoku street so a uba down and now the last Tony go ban kwan ne nye aye bad now uko pick farm Ebony hotel echi ho e di nam Zaragoza ho ba too bad. Uko Akwando na uko school nechi ho na ekosro na very bad.
Na then na mu MP any minister
They said yeah and say yes nka o me wo kitchen ho a ana ka duano nya bidi na we papa o kitchen ho o ntimi nya hwema.
So come them.
O ntimi lobby. Post a wedi pop influencer original minister. Interior minister o ntimi lobby just say onye ya ho.
Mate ye be say go back to Tamale. Yebeko ne yaba ntene minimum na waha obi anko ba bia yenko back to Tamale case me 107.1 na Kwame also from ho
Ari kadagbani
Degwane
enti kakakra kira mi
na pavna na you say na
ade wanyam yo na bibi aboko de
bibi aboko yeah prepare your home for tomorrow is a great day.
That's ba
yeah matching that's ba
now I just say nah
that's all the one there is simple cry
very simple
yes.
And it's such a beautiful language. Yes. So over the last 24 hours or maybe I'm sure you came in before the start of this week. I'm sure. Or you were in yesterday. Wow.
Just across the street.
Okay.
We free parliament make us say media mikodo. I want to help feed the people of this country. Inti when say rainy season here.
Yeah.
Even though the rains are not regular.
Yeah.
But your city your farms you plenty. Inti say I turn rains no.
In fact.
Na farming no in one day activity. Inti me be 2 months. Na me were north.
Now we're north. Now answer you about concern from no. Many of Kasai moments ago no catch them say it takes a lot of money to do farming in Tamale because farming inputs no crowd be used no. Say normal boa cost fertilizer, ne boa cost. So those are some of the challenges I will face, and for that reason, guess who walked in? Honorable Al-Hassan Suhini walked in. For that reason, it's been difficult for them to be involved in farming. Is that what you're also experiencing?
Oh, farming, and then the farming there, it's not like our parents used to farm. Now, baby, I'm dono, baby, I'm from one, a horner, Alasan, so you know, so the from So all of us are saying that look, it is important to send a signal to the up and coming youth there. Farming too is a profession. It could be quite profitable. Now, there were challenges. The biggest challenge, Omudo last year, and I've been waiting to see him. Yeah, harvesting your rice. No, there was no market.
Wow.
So that's a huge incentive because Udoa, you want to sell to be able to recover or investment.
That's right.
Now, the market is a big incentive. Now, Adi is also farm inputs. No, it's run farm inputs. No, be every amononi.
Okay.
And it's tied to the price of farm inputs. No, it's tied to the dollar.
So the strength of the CD.
It
is a dollar ne CD na. Ne no man bono to kwa na ekofu.
But the key no,
IGP no yeah.
Odia tokuni.
But what you have thrown it away.
Yes. And so now we don't know. The CD cannot even follow and chase the dollar. So dollar no agile CD no actually. And so that is what is affecting. But with all that, because of our commitment to help feed the people of this country, to demonstrate,
I'll come to your plans and what the John Mahama administration intends to do. But Mamima, if you constituency, Mamima Nakwaba, Emro no Ankasa the constituency. Honorable Al-Hassan Suhini, good morning to you and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Kwame. But you say media me when I was listening to my senior brother, Yusuf saying it, I was just like, so Sabamandila.
What does that mean anyway?
Which teaser did I eat that my tongue is not turning well with the tree? Yes, but Munina Moakwaba. Tamale, I'm sure it's treating you well.
It is.
The whole of Ghana is here, and the region is going to turn green.
And
inshallah, during the December elections, the results will also show.
The only shock I've experienced was lights going off. I'm told within this area, it's been a while it happened.
Right.
For no reason, I don't know whether it's got to do with our presence here or what we're saying, but it does not make sense that on a day like this, the lights will go off.
Like this morning, when my brother and I were having a conversation, Hamza, he said, "This ECG people, have you guys spoken to them? They can sabotage this our program."
Wow.
Minutes later, the lights went off.
Wow.
So we have all been wondering what the agenda is.
But I thought they said Doomsday had ended.
Yes, let's assume that it is just a technical hitch.
Oh,
maybe
it is.
Doomsday.
Anyway, let's get into why we're here. I mean, I'll start with you. Tomorrow, Saturday, it's your campaign launch. In a run up to this day, you've said a lot of things. Not just you, I'm talking about your party. You've said a lot of things by way of promises and what you intend to do where you're voted for. Reiterate them to us and tell us why Ghana should trust John Mahama and the NDC.
You know, first of all, before we even talk about what our party is coming to do, we need to identify and accept the reality that we are in. And that reality should not be our situation. But for the mismanagement, the corruption, in fact stealing of our resources, Ghana should not be in the state that it is in today. How on earth do you explain that as we speak, our debt is 740 billion and it is unsustainable? How do you explain that, given the level of resources that this government have had coming its way? How? And yet, when you speak of this quantum that we are indebted with, you are unable to point to any infrastructural transformation, any economic transformation is not seen anywhere in this country. Yet, we are told that to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
And so if you had somebody, assuming, I don't even want to be so technical with the economics, if you have somebody who left Ghana with a debt
Kakra saa Kwame Nka ene honorable Hassan S Suhini ene former deputy attorney general so ene wo studio honum wa Kesmi 107.1 ena Accra so Power 97.9 ene TV XYZ ya be ko kakra ne abasa because network ene fi enyina mahode hunsem yanko back
market. You could point to the Tamale Teaching Hospital. You could point to other major road infrastructure work that were all underway, the Eastern Corridor Road, and that is just Northern region. I don't even want to go to the south where you can talk about Kutukraba market. You can talk about the the KJTR market. You can talk about the University of Ghana Hospital, the Bang Hospital, Ports Hospital. Yeah. I don't even want to go there. Secondly, I don't even want to talk about it. But with all of these transformational projects, you had a situation where he left, including the debts of his predecessors, 120 billion Ghana cedis. And today, you are speaking of 740 billion Ghana cedis in 8 years. And you have nothing to show. You cannot compare anything that they have done to these transformational projects that I earlier on enumerated. And what it means, however, is that they have burdened us. They have burdened us with this debt, and we are told today that every Ghanaian owes about 24,000 Ghana cedis, assuming they were to share the debts among us. 24,000 Ghana cedis is what we all owe, and yet we have nothing to show for this. And no wonder our inflation is, it's a runaway inflation, never seen before in the history of the Fourth Republic. The exchange rate, never seen before. In fact, a gallon of petrol in 2016 is now, sold at the price
of a liter. Back in 2016.
I mean, how much we used to pay for a gallon is how much we pay for 1 liter. And for those who do not know, a gallon of petrol is 4 liters.
Wow.
Of petrol, 4 liters. So how much we used to pay for a gallon is how much we pay for 1 liter today. And so all you see is the corruption. They are grabbing everything, lands, hotels, money. Cecilia Dapa, Senate Hotel. I mean, the examples are everywhere. All they are interested in is how to enrich themselves. They are not even doing something small for us, the people. And that is why there's a need for us to rescue this country and reset it back on the, road or track of growth, especially with the 24-hour economy that we are going to ensure that it brings about more jobs for our young people. There is something that also excites me a lot. The fact that for the first time, inshallah, we are going to have a woman vice president. In the house, when you have a man and a woman, things are better, because as a man alone, you can be as good as you want to be. I mean, there will still be some things that you missing. As a woman, you can be as good as you want to be. There will still be some things that there will still be some lapses. But when that complementary, union is working together, the family gets better. And that is why I'm excited about this union of Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And guess what? It is already, producing results. The pledge to set up a bank solely
for women.
For women.
I'll come to you, and then you can expatiate on that particular issue and how that's going to benefit a number of Ghanaians. But let me come to Honorable Yunus Hussaini again, and then I guess Believer would also join much later. Honorable, the problems that Honorable Alhassan Suhuyini enumerated. I mean, when you speak to the average Ghanaian on the streets of Tamale, Kumasi, Accra, wherever, do they get a sense of appreciation that is the hole in which we are in, or it's politics as usual?
Oh, na where the Nyamina Melkao, na Afro Barometer report at the kind of see the report on the sea 8.7 out of 10 Ghanaians who run in the upper a 9 out of 10 Ghanaians see Ikrowe MPP4 Omumfa Ekrono ND Ekwen Papa so.
That's right.
So the verdict is out there. Now 9 out of 10 no. It should say 90% of Ghanaians say Ekrono Ngoye. Now 90% no MPP4 Ekam. 90% no.
That's right.
Inti MPP4 B Muse oh Nana Akufo-Addo ene na abanyi Omumfa Ekrono
baby papa. So that's the verdict.
And I don't think the verdict in the buy. I always say that. So if you hit your leg against a stone, who hit your leg? No, I did there. Eman Basa. No. In 2016, say I did the John Dramani Mahama and na by Ayeno and Sonny. So people of this country legitimately, reasonably expect to say, so Muba, Omede,
Omedani no many.
I change. What is the verdict?
Well,
what is the verdict?
Obiadika 24,000.
Now Ghana history, Ghana your history free titi. Even your independence Edibane. Ghana has never been declared a bankrupt country. Ne, I see.
You declare
bankrupt. Yantimin to your car. If you say Yantimin to your canonty, ne call DDEP.
That's right.
Yantimin to your
domestic debt exchange, other external
credit programs. Yantimin to your nanti. Yeah. Now, ne, your inflation rate. Unim. In fact, they call up to 54.1%.
Very true.
Now, when inflation was around 10, 11, 12%, no, you say John Dramani on Nim Ejumano. Today, yes, celebrating inflation of 23%.
But I want to hear you say Anya, we are not at the 54, about 20.
Oh, and then American. So inflation. When we move from single digit to 12%, no, 10-12%, no, you say John Dramani on him. Today, almost say yeah, from 54.1% to 23%, no. Let's celebrate. Doesn't make sense.
Absolutely not.
Doesn't make sense. John Dramani Mahama offering a ban. The unemployment rate was 8.2%.
Yeah.
And then you call 14.7%. 14.7%. So when you look at, that's why I say, I don't even understand MPP and Baumia. You know, you go school, you turn class move, you throw exam. MPP for omodi nkunim in the 2016 elections no exam no omo throw ye etna class. Na exam no omo pass ye ji omo di ye na ye di nkunim no ema omo.
That's right.
They have failed. Omo a fail. Ade de omo say ombe ye no omo antima ye. Na maybe so.
Yes.
Who in his right senses will promote a failed person?
No.
What fail? One man ye.
But Baumia say what they are doing for neighbor.
Na
Kaneno, he was the mate to the driver.
Me see, ye what team? Ne, minya honorable Alasan Suhine say, ye dear, we are so lucky, say, ye team no obaka. He didn't speak of only John Dramani Mahama. Oka Edifa Nana Jane Opoko Ajima.
Professor.
So a team. Nti Baumia pese on try say na omu aban de owom CCI. Aban de ne what me describe Baumia as vice president no. Enye team ana. Na adwende odi bai. Say no. Opese on kanchire say adan Nana Akufo-Addo on tie no ana. Na ne Ghana you were in the doldrums.
Yeah.
Until we were doing papa in the 5 months. Inka would drink on my hua. What will you do? It's like a football match, more football match, more time there, ball, Akora, ball,
pole to pole.
Now Obia catcher say, one for my mama captain now, maybe me were ball for. Now one mama captain now, me for me ball no. Mama. Sana bon person on consider.
Exactly.
So until you make me a president of this country, no, I join the me war to turn the country around. No, me from mama.
Honorable, let me just put this across that the show is live in His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia's hometown, Wale, where a number of our listeners, especially those who listen to Kesmi FM, are. So I want to say good morning to all of you. How do you say that even in Dagbari?
Dasra.
So that's I'll get it, don't worry. That's back to all our listeners in Wale. I'm told they are tuning. They are all, just enjoying the conversation. So good morning to all of you.
From Wale for Omunina ne Omunim. Say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ntro nobody. That is why that should explain to you.
Yeah.
Recently, Omampenyin Dada John Dramani Mahama Okoho Okoye fundraising.
Yeah.
The reception was spectacular.
To the sense almost in any crowd.
Oh, because no one is going to take the what is it? What is it in
which one is it?
What do you call it? The iPass.
Okay.
No one is going to take the iPass from your eye and show it to you.
Okay.
No one. If iPass is in your eye, you take it and look at it. So now they have seen. They have seen who Baumia is. That is why I will not be surprised that if NDC in the 2024 election displaces the influence of Baumia.
So even with the promise of a high purchase policy of giving every Ghanaian a phone, wouldn't that sway Ghanaians in believing that look, he's taking us for a digitalized economy?
Phone why I couldn't Well, have you?
Who says
have you-
Babu Akontani?
Yeah.
1 city, 2 city. No.
What Babu Akontani?
Yeah.
For we to yam poor yama. 100 cities, sir. Just 100 cities.
What grade was a smartphone?
Oh no, me see me.
You want to be modest,
Yes.
so yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So 100 cities, sir. Now, but you're 1 city a month. What you're in 100 months? Only 100 months. Divide by 12. You get a number of years.
But that
Four
time
numpo, and through 1 year. So yeah,
But is it not one of those political ideas? People may not understand.
Yeah, what tamale. Na
And later
alasa so
they
you
will
need
appreciate.
say. Yeah, what tempani. Uni tempani.
Timpani war.
Talking drums.
Talking drums.
Okay, talking drums.
Yeah, bo ebi obua kasapa, obua nyenda. Obua kasapa, obua nyenda. Uni the meaning.
Kache.
Nipa. Oh, Ninkuru Yano Piko Mikashina. What is it?
I don't know why I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because they're laughing. Honorable say it.
Openyi at dada Ninyanko. Na Ninyanko no nim. So on kasa.
Openyi dada Ninyanko. As the Yonko nim as one kasa.
Wakasapa. Obanyenda.
It took Gumbia. Openyi dada Ninyanko as the Yonko onim as one kasa.
On kasa.
Wow. Love that Gumbe.
Obianim say,
So it will not sway them.
No. And indeed, with the excruciating levels of poverty in this country, is Baumia's suggestion to us say, the youth, Mamono, their concern is phone. And who says that they want to be perpetually settled in debt? Why not country Mosa? Why not country Baumiasa? They want prosperity, and that is what the Constitution promises. Your preamble, no?
Yes.
Promises equality of opportunity and prosperity
For all.
That's what they want. That's what you have not been able to deliver. Inti, Bome should be telling us, say, Aboboyano, the ordinary sister, Eko Tnase, or Sada, na 400 Aboboya, a year. The 400 Aboboya was to help reduce poverty in the north. A year. He should be telling us.
Okay.
If he wants credibility, he should tell us what he has done since the information about the theft of Aboboyano came to his attention.
All right. Honorable Hassan Suni, as I bring you in and we move into what alternatives you are providing, help me appreciate this and our viewers and listeners as well. They say the alternative, which is you, the NDC, is scary. They say we cannot go back to what we were experiencing when you were in power. Do you get why they say that?
No, I don't. Except that I know it's propaganda. And it is fear-mongering without basis. Fear-mongering without basis. Because if we are to go back, then we are going back to 12% inflation. If we are to go back, we are going back to 13 cedis a gallon of petrol and not a liter. If we are to go back, then we are going back to $1, 4 cedis, and not 15 cedis plus as it is today. If we are to go back, we are going back to Hajj fare at 11,000 Ghana cedis, and not 75,000 Ghana cedis. That's the alternative. That's what the alternative did. That they said was bad.
How's this scary?
So how is that scary compared to, Hajj fare of 11,000 Ghana cedis? How is that scary compared to 75,000? 75,000 is scary. And when you don't even know if it is ending, because the cedi, which was $1, 4 cedis, is now $1, 15 cedis and rising. So you don't know what is going to happen in future with the same managers of the economy at post. So clearly, the alternative that we have experienced before is far, far, far better than the situation that we find. In fact, we are not going back. If we are going back, we are not going to debt restructuring, where people, after their hard work, pensioners, make their savings, make their investments, are threatened by a debt exchange program. Many businesses are suffering today because they had to get haircuts. And because of that, they cannot expand to recruit more people, which is affecting young people who have graduated from school and are willing to work.
That's right.
The alternative gave us an unemployment rate of about 8%. Yes, people were unemployed, but it was 8% out of 100%. Today, it's 14%. It has increased. So how can the 8% be scarier than the 14%?
So if it's
and you see, when you
yes.
ask the question about inflation and how they are beating their chest for reducing it from 50 plus to 22, around now, 23, 22, 23 today. The question you should ask yourself is, at what cost has it even come down? And I like this practical example.
You've done that.
I've done that on your show before, and I think it's important that I repeat it.
Yes.
You see, if something was sold at 100 Ghana cedis, 100 Ghana cedis, before inflation went to 54%, it meant that from 100 Ghana cedis, that same product moved to 154 Ghana cedis. Are you getting it? Sure. It moved from 154 Ghana cedis when inflation was 54%.
Yeah.
If it's
.9 Power FM ne any TV XYZ and you do a Dwaboase and a special edition and you go so yede erebramo team no say dem dey kind of one side our northern regional capital Tamalemu and other side in so Accra Hanum Kwaminka and one so ewo ho and afi so yewa Hanum ewo Accra me wo team of guests so ewo studio Hanum so ya as and when no na say ya cross back but for now na nya link ne abiem no mamenko ora Isaka Abubakar na eguso Yerika constituency no munsem and the fact is Baumia entimi nya hwe mfa Mazongo communities ewo Ghana nyina especially ayawa so central enti NDC for assemble na ya mo ka kire zongo sa ewo ayawa so hono
I promise you go so akasa na am say because this is vice chairman
okay
every program in fa enchaso no kuma no
vice chiao
bia am say cause ni nyama bebre na ekoso hono in terms of infrastructure if you bebre ayakwa bebre na enye yaka na yehu ewo papim oko Panama school this year almost 12 years ni ye MP record this over ye library one up to now enkura no omuja omunan ewo gata kase no Nemri
and Entina what happens to the making Accra the cleaner city
me say nyeso obi say me na me say upa we freedom say na kwehwe enkura no job omunan ewo gata m
na ya also central dey say hono na Ekufa do jana ni yadmo
yenya founders and Omabeye, Omba Henry Somomonye.
Henry Courty.
Yes.
Any basis here, they
was started here all year projects in Omomonye. Up to now, we have been the same thing. 12 years. Gavin school, Muranko toilet, Ewo Gatam, very bad. In our central.
Then Namu Yafa, then Namu catcher, electric, no, Senebaya, Ombetima vote to Ama the NDC, parliamentary candidate, Awoho. Any John Dramani Mahama. Kaso.
Akra am say niam na de na oka no. Ye betima ye afam de say bebo hu de be mo campaign amanko for no say na de e course community mo beto abade amaye. But aka say abai no so be na afam de. Ye de eguso aye afam de. Ye say ye me yad made some around. Just 2024 election. Ya me yad made some around. Harry Beko.
Yo. Mami crossing back to Northern Regional Capital Tamale. Catch me 107.1.
Disrespect that he has shown him since he mounted the political platform is just not comprehensible. And sometimes you wonder, because I know
a network and if you power and the area juma and nano painting as a wino They will cross over and extended version. Very the relaxing my crowd, but you follow ye. Our Power 979 if TV XYZ Ghana where you our Facebook and if YouTube and so XYZ broadcasting. Maminko Isaka Hobby. And I mean Mr. Bramuni electorate no Kasan, especially first time voters our Zongo Sahromo ewa Yawaso Centrano. Muni Wonkasa a dasem no mokachamo.
Akra say we Hajj fair ya na yebo hundaru ya.
Position microphone ye kakramami.
We Haji called this recently ya. Habibre and I did be sunyamo because we difference na woman
okay.
Etino ka and now we Zongo community now.
Okay.
We most of the Zongos na for NDC.
Okay.
But ye never be a year and I'm a be na I don't know much but this time around they are coming back to vote for us.
Omoba back. Very well. This time around, I was so central. We are sure send this Mubatima J. Akongwano. Mubatima J. Sitting if you record. Oh, Yami
Aduma research be actually, but you for research in any Juma.
Okay.
This is my dinner bene and a boy. It was the last time Banga say a boy or sunu.
Yeah.
That's your end soon.
Osun Tatia. I didn't know Osun Tatia.
That's an Timiku about Osun.
Sir? Wow.
And now we will be our contact with Herikoti. Honorable Abdurrahman Tubazu.
Okay.
Who the body?
Oh.
Now here on our Herikote body now.
Difference in room.
Difference.
Eti Herikote ye Osono. And
Honorable Abdurrahman
Tatiano.
This time around. Or my Herikote over retiring from policies.
Okay. 107.1 Aya Kesmi, our Northern Regional Capital in Accra, Aya 97.9 Power FM. And ne Yakobasa. Let's go back to
gave him that words of wisdom that John Mahama is not his rival, he is his brother, and that he should show him some respect. But it looks like he has not taken the advice of the wise king. Otherwise, his lifestyle towards President Mahama would have changed. But he is still on that tangent. But you see, this is all an attempt to resurrect a floundering campaign.
Oh, really?
It's all much ado about nothing. What really has he to say in a debate? I hear he used to be a good debater when he was in secondary school. But this is Ghana's economy, and the life of young people cannot be reduced to a secondary school debate topic. That's not what this election is about. This election is about survival of businesses and livelihoods. This election is about the hope of our nation. It's about the future of this country. It is too big to be reduced to his secondary school days kind of debating topics. So
it's a no for Bawumia.
I agree with our national chairman, General Mosquito, who says, and I'm not intending to say that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is like that. I am just agreeing with General Mosquito without saying that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is like that. That in this life, there are two people you don't waste your time in a debate with. A fool and a liar.
Wow. And you don't intend saying that's who he is.
It's just a general advice to anybody listening to us. And I hope that His Excellency President Mahama will also take that advice, that in this life, don't waste your time and your efforts debating a fool and a liar. And like I said, I am not intending, it's not my intention to call Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a fool or a liar. It is general advice that in life, if you don't want, you shouldn't even waste your time and your effort.
But for the uninitiated, what are you for saying? For the uninitiated, for instance, like the UK High Commissioner, she feels that look, a debate is
Kawula, a son of our land comes home.
Give them the
The journey to reset Ghana officially begins in the heart of Tamale. Lace your boots, grab your umbrellas, and let's join the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, running mate Jane Nano Pokwajiman, National Chairman Johnson Asidun Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kwete, together with all well-meaning Ghanaians yearning for the change in the direction of our country, to officially launch the NDC 2024 campaign. Date Saturday, 27 July 2024. Venue Tamale Jubilee Park from 12 noon. This is the time to cheer and show our strength, unity, and commitment to Ghana's brighter future. Come with your friends and family. Let's light up Tamale with our passion, dedication, and hope for a better Ghana. This will be more than a gathering. It will be a patriotic operation, a devotion that will spark a revolution to rescue our nation. You cannot mix the gathering at the Tamale Jubilee Park. We must rescue Ghana from the jaws of oppression. Cometh the nation builder, building the Ghana we want together. Mahama for Change 2024. Ayazu, Ayaza.
Want man, you know. Oh, where you to?
That's right.
Now, I say, Namiba, I'll do things differently. So he's very excited. Okasa, what to me who say, on the faces of people, you see smiles.
That's right.
No, Uncle say, me ba by yeah, what I was doing. Say me ba, I will do things differently.
Many said they can in a man. Man of
Adeba na Mahmoud Waweka.
So Baba to no piece.
Na award I dream for from.
I dream for from the name.
Unti na Mahmoud Waweka anywhere on your exciting. Because we see what I dream for. Why don't you make it available? Now, I did here, Bomio opposite on yen washing, your friend washing. Say, because he's lost credibility, Poto. He's lost credibility. Why economists? Yes. Why Yajuma World Bank? Yes.
Yeah.
Why Yajuma Bank of Ghana? Yes. Yeah. I mean, in the past, no. So, Kasa. Because why a Juma, why a doctor, why a World Bank. But 8 years, you say, oh no, the fact that why a Juma were World Bank, the fact that why a Juma were why a lecturer or a doctor, the fact that why a Juma were Bank of Ghana does not necessarily translate into competence. So why will you waste your time debating such a person?
So Parliament is in the best position to do this.
We are wasting the time and debating.
Or even the parliamentary invitation.
No, they are just invited. They won't come to Paris. You won't come and talk. Oma, nobody waste. You see, ne. When I will say farming is expensive.
Yeah.
Identity. You started farming 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We took a drum, which is about 2 to 5 liters. Of diesel. Now, at the 1,200, 1,150. And then, 3,500.
Wow.
Fertilizer. Just 30 years, 4 years ago. Now, 55 cities, MPK. And then, 4,300. So, what are you talking about? So no one will waste his time.
But there's an assumption
that
say one ma, it means you're scared of Baumia.
Scared? Why? Who is scared of Baumia?
That's the assumption out there.
Oh no, the people are not scared of Baumia. 9 out of 10 Ghanaians are not scared of Baumia. 9 out of 10 Ghanaians say Baumia and his government are not moving us in the right direction. And no one is scared about Baumia. Indeed, in 2016. It was 6 out of 10, but it caused news. 6 out of 10, the same Afro-Barometer report. 9 out of 10. In fact, Nkabomia, if there were people advising him, should have done what Biden has done. To just move away, because it's a total unmitigated disaster.
And allow a new person to
come so that person will be exciting. It's not exciting at all. And West. He goes to dance a Konkomba dance and it's like he's limping. It's too bad. But they talk about Your mama's return is scary. Indeed, sometimes. You look at the flip side. It's scary because your mama says, what I'm not going to be a father for all. A father for all, at the end, a chum. People who has misconducted themselves in office will be held responsible. Then you know, a bean, your omiania go home. Yeah. I mean, recently Parliament went on a picket to Bank of Ghana. I think, parliamentarians. Omo passing law say, oh, your name say Ghana you want to me chria, but you want chria. What me bo a buying busia, but men bo a buying busia, and brew 5% of the previous year's revenue. A law is ego. So say which you know a dozen. Now per se 1 year in change 5% no. Yeah. Bra Parliament. Ebaji to me. Yeah. What did the Bank of Ghana do? Why did he do what he did? He did what he did because he had the taxi support of the finance minister and the president of the republic. Nebomia was sitting there, economist, former deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. One country. So they disrespected our laws with impunity. Now laws also won't mean in disregarded law. No, now I free. It leads to impunity. Until your mama is coming scary for somebody like Addison. Because him say, I did the oil. Why you know? Now PDS. Yeah. PDS. Why wouldn't John Dramani's mama's return scare those who were engaged in or involved in the PDS deal? Because up to now, many can say the monies that they collected during the time that the company was incorporated and given the opportunity to collect revenue on behalf of the ECG, or behind accounted. So why would they be scared?
There's a message from Alex Pencil, watching us in the United States of America. He says, I should tell both of you honorables that don't forget His Excellency Akufo Addo's daughter's scandal. Probably she's also scared.
They should be also scared. Anna, Ade, covered the
COVID audit report.
You can't forget about that.
Scandalous.
You can't forget about that. And they should be rightly scared. That's what they say is scary. It's not scary for Ghana. Because
it's scary for them. Like Cecilia Dapa is scary for him.
Because you see, why wouldn't it be scary? I mean, me knew him say John Dramani Mahama Ba.
But I'm also somebody at TVXYZ and also following us on Kesme 107.1 as well as Power 97.9. I'm here with the Honorable Member of Parliament for Tamale South Central. Hey, I do the BM and then you wahoo and then you make Tamale North. We are in Tamale North. I repeat, we are in Tamale North. The Member of Parliament for Tamale North, Honorable Alhassan Suhini, is here with us, a former journalist, always a journalist, will one day return as a journalist, advocating for us in Parliament, and the former Roads and Highways Minister, Honorable Yunusa Hussaini. Honorable, let me come back to you, Honorable Yunusa Hussaini, on Honorable Alhassan Suhini, rather, on the issue of, are we not raising so much expectation as far as President Mahama is concerned? Because he's got, like I said the other time, I'll keep repeating it, he's got 4 years. Will he be able to fix the ruts? Will he be able to implement his new ideas? Remember, we are in an austerity situation under this IMF program. Remember that we are also bound to pay our bilateral debts by 2026. Will John Mahama make it?
The metal or what a leader is made of is shown in times of difficulties. And you see, one of the reasons that personally I have confidence in President Mahama is because when he was president, or when he took over this country, at the time that he did, we had our own domestic challenges. and he showed his worth within 4 years. Remember that we had what you can call maybe a triple whammy domestically. We had introduced a single spine salary structure under President Mills, which was a good policy because it led to increment in salaries, in some cases doubling of salaries. But it also led to a situation where all the revenue that was generated was used to pay wages and salaries. Yeah. And so little or nothing was left to carry out other critical infrastructural development. And that is where he made that point, which has been propagandized, that we have eaten to the bone. Because the wages and salaries went to the people of Ghana. It was Ghanaian workers who enjoyed it. And so there was no physical space. He had to work hard to create that physical space. And by the time he left office, our GDP, our debt to GDP, which was above 70% when he took over, had come down to about 60-50%, 64, I think, percent. By the time he was leaving office, he had created that space. And what that meant was that if you collected revenue, you were going to use about 64-65% to pay wages and salaries and still have more to carry out infrastructure development. No wonder that he is called the infrastructure king, because as a result of that, he was able to invest in the critical infrastructure that today the NDC boasts about under his 4 years. That was the first crisis that he showed his ability to resolve within 4 years. The second crisis was the energy crisis. Now, it has also been propagandized as if when he became president, he called the fetish priest in Bole to bring Dumso to Ghana. But the truth is that under President Rawlings, we experienced a certain level of Dumso. Yeah. Under President Kufuor, that level increased. Under President Mills, it increased. And the experts warned that these things were happening because we were not investing in that sector to expand production, generation.
As demands
were rising, because our population was increasing, our housing population was increasing, and the need for electricity was increasing. The businesses and industries were also springing up, and so there was high demand. But government upon government before President Mahama were not investing in the generation capacity, and it led also to compilation of debts in that sector, because people had taken LCs and brought in crude for generation, and we were not paid. And so banks were no longer willing to lend to people to even bring in fuel for the small generation or generators that we had at the time. That was a challenge. And so during his period, the crisis became worse. The crisis that began under Rawlings, continued under President Kufuor, continued under Mills, became worse under his tenure. Wow. Transformational, visionary. Within 4 years, he increased our generation capacity to about 5,000 from less than, I think, 3,000 megawatts. The biggest, transformation that the energy sector has seen since independence was under President Mahama.
But you never
within it at 4 years. I'm stressing within 4 years.
Kawula, a son of our land comes home. The journey to reset Ghana officially begins in the heart of Tamale. Raise your boots, grab your umbrellas, and let's join the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Running mate Jane Nano Pokwajiman, National Chairman Johnson Asidun Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kweti, together with all well-meaning Ghanaians, yearning for the change in the direction of our country, to officially launch the NDC 2024 campaign. Date Saturday, 27 July 2024. Venue Tamale Jubilee Park, from 12 noon. This is the time to cheer up and show our strength, unity, and commitment to Ghana's brighter future. Come with your friends and family. Let's light up Tamale with our passion, dedication, and hope for a better Ghana. This will be more than a gathering. It will be a patriotic operation, a devotion that will spark a revolution to rescue our nation. You cannot mix the gathering at the Tamale Jubilee Park. We must rescue Ghana from the jaws of oppression. Cometh the nation builder, building the Ghana we want together. Mahama for Change 2024. Ayazu, Ayaza. Tamale Cow.
Wahano edefe konkra wa ora Isaka ye breno enya ya so ande sa sanse ye ne tamalefo no ewie enti ye be call into election 2024 minim so be san ba biom but fiti sabre kopim December 7th no den na moriye ama eye zongo to force ne be on beto aba e de ama NDC
I say ya plan the programs are ye ba be within the zongo communities e bi ni say e miti Islamic schools, opinion leaders are more income for as of for any your pastors are more within the Zongo communities. You be sure, Neno Omanya Kasa Baku be now. You have come about some sort of boy because I'm the pastor Biana or control church, or more than at least 20 people are work at a chomomiti, and I am in for so at least more than 20 Omakasacho meeting. She are in for Nenom Kasa, pastors Nenom Kasa. I think say you have the way forward. Everyone so on and no payable because this 2020 election is so going to be easy election.
Okay.
So I say easy election there, but I'm say 2020 election kwa na omukuni pa 8. Yeah, chama this time around. BNCB mo say like I say prayer.
Okay.
It's ya homboa ngakra e grounds.
Okay. Men who say Masarachi anase ye kaniden ewo ayawaso central no. Uta ya do ye chiche niema bi ma additional form ho. Webi. Akra
me MC Africa na be mu kese.
Okay.
Africa na be mu kese. Nyame adom na say ye launch campaign wi na ye be launch ye manifesto ewo Cape Coast ni wi a. Ye be start this program no. I print about 1,000 booklets. A picture. Honorable Abdulrauf Tubazu, the picture where she and Excellency John Dramani Mama, picture where she I be meet all the Islamic schools no. Na ya chama mo. You have a quiz. So my Islamic schools no. You be invite them. The programs in the be and one.
Yo. Me that say. Mamiko conquer ho within the next minute no. Unsema trato.
All right. Mechia Miniaba Rachel Osambia. Say I was central over the years. Almost 28 years ni ya kwa election ya nkasa ba fi ya da to say the problems no ye nyina ye sorry na ye vote for obi a odwen ho ye gata no ye roads no schools na ebubu na ye nsie no House Central ye nyina ye sorry that the good alternative the best we are going to see in about 28 years Abdulrauf Tubazo ye nto abama no na ye mpia no na onko narrative ni maye me da say
pi enti parifu banu na mini won atwetwe nkomo ne anopay ewo Dwaboase hanu mo say ewo Akra 97.9 FATV XYZ medin di Akora Kofi Darko kwa menka esomo ewo Tamale Kiss me 107.1 nyankropo ya domo tena nopa ne beko so bia na fewia benzo inside politics and so ne beko back to Tamale nyankropo ya domo prepare me no e be share. Thank you for doing the listening. I'm out.
Tamale Kawula, a son of our land comes home. The journey to reset Ghana officially begins in the heart of Tamale. Place your boots, up your umbrellas, and let's join the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, running mate Jane Nano Pokwajiman, National Chairman Johnson Asidun Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kweti, together with all well-meaning Ghanaians yearning for the change in the direction of our country, to officially launch the NDC 2024 campaign. Date Saturday, 27 July 2024. Venue Tamale Jubilee Park from 12 noon. This is the time to cheer up and show our strength, unity, and commitment to Ghana's brighter future. Come with your friends and family. Let's light up Tamale with our passion, dedication, and hope for a better Ghana. This will be more than a gathering. It will be a patriotic operation, a devotion that will spark a revolution to rescue our nation. You cannot mix the gathering at the Tamale Jubilee Park. We must rescue Ghana from the jaws of oppression. Cometh the nation builder, building the Ghana we want together. together. Mahama for Change 2024. Eyezu, Eyeza. Awali Kawula, a son of our land comes home. The journey to reset Ghana officially begins in the heart of Tamale. Place your boots, grab your umbrellas, and let's join the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Running mate Jane Nano Pokwajiman, National Chairman Johnson Asidun Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kweti, together with all well-meaning Ghanaians yearning for the change in the direction of our country, to officially launch the NDC 2024 campaign. Date Saturday, 27 July 2024. Venue Tamale Jubilee Park from 12 noon. This is the time to cheer up and show our strength, unity, and commitment to Ghana's brighter future. Come with your friends and family. Let's light up Tamale with our passion, dedication, and hope for a better Ghana. This will be more than a gathering. It will be a patriotic operation, a devotion that will spark a revolution to rescue our nation. You cannot mix the gathering at the Tamale Jubilee Park. We must rescue Ghana from the jaws of oppression. Cometh the nation builder, building the Ghana we want together. Mahama for Change 2024. Eyezu, Eyeza. Awali Kawula, a son of our land comes home. The journey to reset Ghana officially begins in the heart of Tamale. Place your boots, grab your umbrellas, and let's join the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Running mate Jane Nano Pokwajiman, National Chairman Johnson Asidun Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kweti, together with all well-meaning Ghanaians yearning for the change in the direction of our country, to officially launch the NDC 2024 campaign. Date Saturday, 27 July 2024. Venue Tamale Jubilee Park from 12 noon. This is the time to cheer up and show our strength, unity, and commitment to Ghana's brighter future. Come with your friends and family. Let's light up Tamale with our passion, dedication, and hope for a better Ghana. This will be more than a gathering. It will be a patriotic operation, a devotion that will spark a revolution to rescue our nation. You cannot mix the gathering at the Tamale Jubilee Park. We must rescue Ghana from the jaws of oppression. Cometh the nation builder, building the Ghana we want together. Mahama for Change 2024. Eyezu, Eyeza. Awali Kawula, a son of our land comes home. The journey to reset Ghana officially begins in the heart of Tamale. Place your boots, grab your umbrellas, and let's join the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Running mate Jane Nano Pokwajiman, National Chairman Johnson Asidun Ketia, General Secretary Fifi Kweti, together with all well-meaning Ghanaians yearning for the change in the direction of our country, to officially launch the NDC 2024 campaign. Date Saturday, 27 July 2024. Venue Tamale Jubilee Park from 12 noon. This is the time to cheer up and show our strength, unity, and commitment to Ghana's brighter future. Come with your friends and family. Let's light up Tamale with our passion, dedication, and hope for a better Ghana. This will be more than a gathering. It will be a patriotic operation, a devotion that will spark a revolution to rescue our nation. You cannot mix the gathering at the Tamale Jubilee Park. We must rescue Ghana from the jaws of oppression. Cometh the nation builder, building the Ghana we want together. Mahama for Change 2024. Eyezu, Eyeza.
Mama fa, 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 mama fa. C'était fa. Kojo B. 2020 the Mahameba. And them clear cross offer. I go for Dubai and we share 4 years, but now so the end will be here. One history, one fact. Scan the band or a man from me. And Pioneer Band said 2020, but soon you think from Abanadi Mahama fa, Mama fa, Mahama fa, Mama fa, Mahama fa, Mama fa. 2020, but no grand precoce, Mahama fa, Mama fa, Mahama fa, Mama Abanadi Mahama fa, Mama fa. 2020, when no grand pre. Galam say was so be working. Oba na okofa soldiers wasi intimate na wasi excavators na wasi low bed ubegunu ele yebetu eni abro ama ya ni tutu na pa na beba na say 2020 baso ne yatim kwam abane de mahama fa mama fa mahama fa mama fa mahama fa mama fa 2020 bone obi am precoce mahama fa mama fa mahama fa mama abane de mahama fa mama fa 2020 when you be am share or buy new Google banks. I didn't say the kind of crime on Tiasi. I will bet my nice. My Mukululu.